Okay, I'm posting a short video here. As you can see, the finishes I use right there. I love this stuff here. It's really great. Um, I use that in pretty much most of my finishes. And then I have Odie's, which is pretty good too. Now I've used Odie's on this, and you see it pretty good shine inside and out. All right, but you have to buff it, and it works on certain woods. Now, as you can see here, now I use a spray on here for this. All right, the spray on here was for this, the bark, more or less. Okay, so this one was a redo because I had to do some touch-up work on both of these. So when I finished with this, basically I redid this with like 2000 grit sandpaper to shine it up again. And then I'm going to put Odie's on that. These three here basically have new, I used the mid-wax on it. This right here, see how shiny that is? All right. But if you notice, there's some dry spots in there, like right there, right? See? It takes you a minimum of 3 to 6 to make it really shiny with the wipe on poly. And the reason I do wipe on poly strictly because it's called wipe on. And the one thing I do like the most is Minwax comes out with some stain too. That's wipe on, and I like that. But here's the key. All right, here's the key to all of this. There is a shelf life, okay? This right here is a good example. See that lid? See that lid right there? That's from not keeping that lid clean all the time. And if you don't keep that lid clean, guess what happens? Air gets in, and then it hardens. So, and then you're wasting that. Now, that quart can is probably about here. I've got about half of it down, a little bit more, because I used it on the armoire I was working on. But the point I'm trying to make with all this is, whatever finish you use, make sure you only use X amount and you're not over that amount, because all this stuff will do is sit. And then it gets, after a year, it gets goobery and you kind of wasted that. This stuff is $25 a can. Not to mention, that's not cheap either, and neither is this. And that's a little bit of a talk. I'll be talking more live about finishes and stuff later on. But I wanted you to see, this is just, these 5 bowls, these 2 were, basically had some issues with them, so I had to remake them. They had to refinish them again. They're fine. And those 3 are new ones. Okay, so hopefully within another 2 or 3 coats we're good.